I've literally popped this up together now. So if there are any spelling mistakes or any errors in grammar, do let me know. I apologize. So basically, I'll just share it with you. It's only going to be quick. I'll ask you some questions. You can ask me questions as we go, just around the benefits of lead gen, and what it can really do for your business and what the difference is between it and I suppose sort of like traditional marketing and old school marketing and things like that. So what is lead generation? Lead generation can be defined as the initiation of a consumer interest into the inquiry of your business, right? So a lead contact is basically their information, and in some instances is the demographic of the customer. So that's a basic difference between sort of just somebody seeing your advert and actual tangible information that you get from a lead. Um, so there are different types of lead generation. Obviously, one that we all know really well is networking. Traditional networking, conversational networking has always been a great way to get new business. As we all know, that's why we're all here. And it is a form of lead generation because you are getting leads from networking, or you should be, or you hopefully should be. Then you've got traditional marketing. Again, it is a form of lead generation. It's not a very good one anymore. Paper advertising and other forms of digital advertising where you pay for the impression, and impression is when somebody sees the advert. So just when somebody is to see it. So you can buy like 45,000 impressions, for example. But with that, yes, your adverts are getting seen, but you're not, getting any information from that. You're not getting any sort of tangible information that's going to help you really go on and close a deal. With any luck, what you're hoping is somebody's going to see your advert and they're going to be calling you from that. John.
Is it fair to say on that one that companies like Coca-Cola, obviously, it's about brand awareness. So it's obviously from that point of view, it's great for brand awareness and obviously getting it out there and that sort of thing. Unless the item is targeted to your type of business, then obviously
It yeah,
brand
it's so
so
that
that
mute me. Thank you. It is for branding. Traditional marketing is great. So if you want to get your name out there and you want to be seen, it's great. So paper advertising used to be king. It used to be the only way to really, get yourself out there. But as we've evolved, the world has evolved. We're all online, and that's where lead generation comes in. So it is to generate tangible information. So with names, numbers, demographics, social media, and search engines are the king here, right? So when you search into Google plumbers near me, and the first thing that comes up is a plumber in your area, and then you click into that, you fill out some information. That there is in it is a lead to that customer. If, for example, you do that search on a Monday, on the Tuesday you haven't actually put in any information. On the Tuesday you're browsing through Facebook, and for some reason you start seeing some adverts for plumbers. You leave your information on Facebook. That's where social media then comes in. And that is what lead generation is. So the benefits of lead generation. Um, so you've got basic information. So name, number, demographic. It's always going to help you guys and help other small businesses and other businesses close. More information, knowledge is power, all that kind of stuff. Qualified. So good leads. You can get mass amount of leads with numbers, data, and all the rest of it. But good leads are qualified through forms and landing pages and questions and things like that. So if, for example, you're asking a question for Tim, for example, it would be Tim would be asking the consumer what kind of item are they looking to buy, or what kind of item are they looking to sell, be it like a desktop or a keyboard or whatever it may be that you actually want to go on and buy, or a screen or whatever it is. When all that information has been gathered, that's when it's then passed over, making it a bit more qualified, bit of a better lead. Your conversion, you got a much higher chance of conversion with the knowledge that you get from the questions and the information. More knowledge, more power, more opportunity to actually convert and close the deal. Your cost per lead is dramatically decreased if ran correctly and optimized. So the whole point of lead generation, the whole point of any online advertising is that you optimize it. There's no point letting it run for a week and seeing how it goes. You're better off letting it run for 2 months and seeing how it goes, because Facebook, Google, TikTok, LinkedIn, they're all really, really clever. And what they do is they optimize for you over a period of time. There is no point going into any sort of marketing campaign thinking that it's going to work after 1, 2, 3 days. It just won't. Like you may get some instant results, but realistically, it's a long-term game. Um, but cost per lead is dramatically decreased over time. Just to give you an example, over the weekend we had one client who's, when he started, his leads were coming in at about £10 each, but now they're all, because he's been going now for a month, they're down at £3 and 9p. Right, so it is about a time thing. And then obviously cost of acquisition is also dramatically decreased when your cost per lead goes down, because obviously if you're not paying so much for the lead, you're not going to pay so much for the sale, which means your cost per acquisition goes really far down. So how do we do it? Yeah, so step one is strategy and audience segmentation. So we work with our clients to design on the platforms that will generate leads through. So be that social media, be that LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook, or be it Google, or just general SEO. Then we'll discuss audience segmentation. So if it's audience segmentation within Google or SEO, then we'll do keyword planning and things like that. Or if it's audience segmentation within socials, then we'll talk about where they're looking to locate people and things like that. And then we'll work with them to help to discuss forms and questions and things like that, which will help them close more work. So step two is we'll create the adverts, we'll create the ad copy, and then we'll generate forms that will benefit them. So what I mean by the forms are, it'll be the questions, it'll be things that we'll have to, we'll ask the consumer, and when they filled that questionnaire out or those forms out, that's when we'll pass the information over. After step three, we analyze, we optimize, and after the initial 10 leads are generated, we pause, we evaluate the cost of the lead from the actual platform. So say, for example, we're generating them on Facebook. The leads are costing £10 each. If they want to generate 3 leads a day, they need to put in £30 ad spend per day, right? We all know that after 10 leads because we've done the test in there. And then we run weekly from Friday through to Thursday. And that is pretty much it. And here's a shameless sales pitch. What do we charge? We charge £8 per lead generated for the first up to 19, and then you cover your own ad spend. So it's £20 a day ad spend minimum. But that is minimum, and that varies very much depending on industry, area, who you're looking to target, things like that. And that is lead gen.